Good morning, people. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. Happy Diwali. Happy New Year. We are starting with Taurus Ascendants today. Okay. So, in the last video, we talked about Aries Ascendants, right? So, this is based on Taurus Ascendant. Means all those people who are having second zodiac Taurus as the rising sign or the first house. So ascendants play a very important role. Whatever your ascendant is the basic basic root of your body, the type of your mindset. It governs your head, it governs your mind. And rising sign is the sign in which you are having karma to perform in your life. So no matter your moon is in some another zodiac, your sun is in some another zodiac, so as per Western astrology you have some another zodiac, as per Indian astrology you have some another zodiac, but the ascendant sign would be fixed, which is the rising sign from the horizon. That governs your specific body tendencies. Okay, what is body tendencies? Your physical features, tendencies of the body, okay, your mindset, everything like that. So let's talk about Taurus Ascendant. Taurus Ascendants are, first of all, the first house is Taurus Ascendant. So Taurus, the lord of Taurus is Venus. Now, first of all, we have to see if Venus is placed rightly or malefically. Since Venus is the lord of your first house, it is going to govern your mind. Now, all those people who are having either Taurus ascendants or Libra ascendants, okay, these people would be having some problems related to air in their body if their Venus is not rightly placed, if their Jupiter is not rightly placed, or if their Rahu is not rightly placed. So either of these three things, if they are not rightly placed, they are going to have absolutely 100%, they are going to have some gas problems in their body or digestive issues, bloating, something like that. Okay, since Venus is also governing the air which is inside the body. So what will happen is, if Rahu is malefic and Venus is also malefic in your chart, and you are born as a Taurus ascendant or Libra ascendant with first house lord Venus, then you will have problems like rheumatoid arthritis or bloating issues or too much of gas in the body, indigestion. Okay, you will be eating too fast. Okay, if Rahu is not well, then it is more likely that you will be having some migraine issues or gas going inside your head, which are why we can say. Okay, if Jupiter is malefic, something related to indigestion. Okay, and secondly, since Venus is your ascendant, it means that you will be having a very good face, first of all. So your facial features would be very good. You would be over expressing. Your face would exhibit a lot of expressions, and I won't say you would like to show off, but you would like to you would be liking some various kinds of styling in your face, like a different kind of hairstyle, a different kind of spectacles, a different kind of, if you are a man, then mustache style, okay, or beard style. Okay, so you would like to experiment with your face, and more often is you would like shiny things like shiny ornaments. Plus, your facial features would be good, your jawline would be good. If Jupiter is good or benefic, then your face would be broad enough. If Jupiter is not benefic and Venus is benefic, then your face would be long enough. Okay, it is also possible that you have some birthmarks on your face. And can't say about the ears, but you people would be having really very good eyes. Okay, But if Mercury is not very well placed, okay, then your eyebrows might be very short or eyebrows might be ending very thin. Secondly, since Venus governs also luxuries, vehicles and all these things, you will be having deep desires to attain some luxury cars, luxury vehicles, okay. So you will be fond and having passion of those kind of vehicles. So we'll talk about the first house as we go ahead, okay. So the second house, okay, so first house is Taurus. The second house, that is the Lakshmi Sthan, is number 3, that is Gemini. So what brings Lakshmi to you? That is Mercury, Gemini. Okay, so it is more likely that if you are Taurus ascendant, if your Mercury is well placed, if your Mercury is placed in the 7th house, okay, or it is placed in the 6th house, okay. Usually Mercury, it is said that 6th house Mercury is very good. But if you are a Taurus ascendant, then 7th house Mercury is also very good. Why? Because Mercury is, Gemini is the ruler of union. Okay. Since Gemini being the ruler of union and it is being on the Lakshmi Sthan, so Dhanesh becomes Mercury. So when Mercury is the Dhanesh and Mercury is placed in the 7th house, you will have gains from your spouse. Okay, monetary gains from your spouse. So if you are a Taurus ascendant and if your Mercury is placed in the 7th house, okay, second lord in 7th house, then you will have gains from your spouse. Okay, so even though people are going to say that, okay, 6th house Mercury is good, 7th house Mercury is not good, 7th house Venus is good, no. See on your chart, see in your ascendant. If through your ascendant it is showing good result, okay, say Mercury is your second lord, okay, now the second lord is which is Dhanesh, which is giving you Lakshmi, it is placed in the 7th house, then for you specifically Mercury is good. Okay, so for you would be having, if Mercury is well placed, Mercury is placed in the 7th house, okay, so wherever your Mercury is placed, it is more likely to see gains in your life through Mercury. Okay, it would be very good if your Mercury is placed in 7th house, okay, you will be having gains from your spouse. If it is placed in your 11th house, it is a very, very good position. So you will also be having gains, okay, and from your gains, okay, also you are getting Lakshmi. Okay, so the best placement for monetary benefit for Taurus ascendant is being a Taurus ascendant, your Mercury should be placed in 11th house. Okay, it is a very good placement. Plus Mercury also governs communication. So more you can say the fields of communication, IT sector, tech sector, or say some speech governing field is very good for you. Since you have a very beautiful face, it is also I would also recommend to be some kind of a speaker, motivational speaker, or any kind of someone who is in good limelight, since your speech should be corrected. And if your Mercury is placed in the 12th house or 9th house, you should learn different languages. Okay, the more different languages you learn, the more your monetary luck you would increase. Okay, so in order to increase your monetary luck, you need to learn different kind of languages. If it is in 12th house, learn some foreign language. If it is in 9th house, learn some past language which was built in past, that is Sanskrit, Dutch, Latin, some language like that. Okay, if it is placed in 4th house, then it is more likely that you can get some property benefits. You are benefit from your mother, okay, something like that. So depending where your Mercury is placed, you receive from where Lakshmi is coming. Okay, now in this case, if it is placed in the 6th house, you will be gaining from your enemies and from the loss of other people. So in the case of Taurus ascendants having Mercury placed in the 6th house, they will be gaining from someone else's loss. Okay, and when you are gaining from someone else's loss, it is more likely that you are either doing some kind of fraud, or you are participating in something which is not righteous. Okay, so it is more likely that if a Taurus ascendant is having Mercury in the 6th house, I won't say that they won't have Lakshmi, they would get money, they would have monetary benefits, but they might choose some wrong methods to earn money. Okay, so be careful with that. If it is in, you have to speculate all the houses and see where the Mercury is exactly placed. Okay, now third house of communications, third house of siblings, third house of Guru Upadesh. Okay, so whatever your mind is about expressing it out, okay, whatever your internal capabilities are, everything is governed by the third house. In this case, the third house becomes number 4, that is Cancer. Okay, when Cancer becomes the third house, you will be communicating very well with your mother. Okay, so your self communication and expression would increase with your mother each and every time. Here I won't say that you have to see the position of moon. Okay, why? Because moon is, I won't say moon is a specific planet. Moon is not a specific planet. Okay, since moon is orbiting around the earth, moon is giving its result in any and every houses. Okay, so now we have to see if moon is not with any kind of conjunction, then you would be specifically having very good communication with your mother. Okay, you would be expressing out everything with your mother. If moon is not placed in conjunction, okay, but if moon is placed in conjunction with either say sun or Jupiter, or sun and Jupiter both, okay, then now moon is suppressed. Okay, and if your third lord is suppressed by other planets, then you will be having communication issues with your mother or society or anyone else. So if Taurus ascendants would desire to increase their communication skills, they should increase their moon. Okay, but I would again say you have to take a note on which tithi you are born. Okay, if you are born in Amavasya or Shukla Pratipad, okay, or some, let's say small moon phases, okay, then wearing a moon is not good for you. Okay, then wearing a moon is not good for you. If Taurus ascendants are born with bigger tithis, okay, big moon phases, then it is very good for you if you wear moon, okay, moon pendant. You have to wear moon pendant in your neck, because this area is your third house. So whenever you want to increase your third house, you wear something in your neck. Okay, getting that? So this is about the third house. See, moon, Cancer is also the sign of ruled by moon. Moon is also your mother. Since it, moon also governs education institutes. Okay, it is more likely that you can do some business related to education institute, or you can study psychology. Psychology is also good for you if your moon is rightly placed. If your moon is very big, if your moon is not very big, I would say you have to drink more and more water, because the lesser you drink water, more it is going to affect your ascendant. Okay, now what we again see over here is that we take a look about all the houses and the lord, and we compare it with the ascendant and the ascendant lord. Okay, so from the ascendant, the third house is Cancer. The lord of Cancer is the very benefic friend of the ascendant lord, Lagna lord, Venus. Okay, moon is very good friend of Venus. So it is very good to attain more and more communication and expression skills. The more communication and expression skills you develop in your life, okay, the more it is going to help you. Okay, and also third house is your throat. Okay, so you have to cleanse your throat every time. If your throat is clean, okay, your body is we can say around 65% cure. Okay, so it is more likely that you would be having some seasonal changes, seasonal cough, seasonal cold. Okay, but make sure all the Taurus ascendants should not be having cold, should not be having head cold, any kind of ear disease. Clean your ears regularly, if you can't clean your ears, you don't want to put anything in your ears, okay, make sure in someday if you feel some tingling or something, don't take your ears lightly, okay, go to a doctor as soon as possible if you have some ear issues. Teeth regulation is very good. You have to brush 2 times a day. So everything related to your ears, ENT, ears, nose, mouth and throat, thyroid gland, you have to make sure it is well functioning, okay, and don't compromise anything related to these aspects, because the more you will keep this area clean, the more easier your life would be. Luck is going to come in your life, okay, because moon is the best friend of Venus, your ascendant lord. You keep the ascendant lord healthy, you keep the friend of ascendant lord healthy, your body is definitely going to be healthy. When the body is healthy, okay, your vibes are healthy, you are attracting good people around you, okay, so 50% of your thing is done. So now whatever is left is the performance of your skill, okay. So that was the third house. Third house is also the Argala of 11th house. Okay. So moon is also obstructing your gains. Okay. That is why I am saying that you can wear your moon in the pendant in the neck, but you can't wear moon in your fingers. Okay. Because in order to get gains, okay, your gains are represented from 11th house. Since 11th house is the house of gains, okay, third house is the Argala of 11th house. If you strengthen your third house, your 11th house will demolish. If you strengthen your 11th house, your third house will diminish. Okay, so what to do? You can increase your third house by wearing anything in your neck. Okay, but if you wear the Lord of third house in your fingers, in the specific finger, okay, then the gain of the 11th house will diminish. Okay, that is on the Argala system. But we'll come to the Argala system later on. But make sure that if you are a Taurus ascendant, okay, you don't wear moon in your fingers. No matter wherever your moon is. Okay, if your moon is in Digbal strength in 4th house, wear it in neck. Whenever anyone is telling you to wear moon, wear it in neck. Don't wear. Never wear third house lord in your fingers. Always wear third house lord in your neck. Okay. No matter what the astrologer is going to tell you, wherever your moon is, wherever that planet is, never wear it in fingers. Okay. Now let's come to 4th house. 4th house is your family, your bedroom. Okay, and over here the 4th house is Leo. Leo, who is the Lord of Leo. The Lord of Leo is Sun. Okay, so talking about Sun over here, your father will be playing a very significant role. Your father might be the controlling figure in your house. Okay, I won't say physically he would be controlling or he would be authoritative in your house, but directly or indirectly his opinions, his talks and everything would be affecting you. Okay, if your father is being pessimistic and also pessimistic or criticizing you every day, okay, then it would be affecting you more. If your father is more optimistic, if he is always encouraging you, okay, then also it will be affecting you more. Okay, so it is more important to see what is your father figure, okay, and how you are handling and managing your father. It is going to be the basic environment of your house. Your house is going to circulate around your father. Okay, so 4th house Lord is Sun. Now we have to see where the 4th house Lord is placed, where the Sun is placed. First of all, Leo in the 4th house does not specifically give good result. Okay, so now you would be having some clashes with your father. But since the Lord is itself is Sun, you cannot withstand your father in cases of arguments. You cannot argue with your father frequently. So even if you don't like your father's opinion, you have to accept your father's opinion, and that is creating a trouble for you in your life at some point. Okay, so I am going to say that your father might be some kind of a person with different opinions, different belief. Okay, so your belief is completely different from your father's belief, and this is going to create some kind of distortion in your family life. Okay, so even if it doesn't create distortion, if sun is placed in a good house, okay, if sun is either placed in the 10th house, sun is placed what we say in the 11th house, sun is placed in the 9th house, okay, so you would be tolerating your father very good. Okay, and I'm using the word tolerating because for you, your opinion system and belief system are totally contradicting from what your father's belief system are. Okay, so if sun is placed rightful, you would be tolerating that disbelief and opinions which are clashing. If sun is in bad house, okay, you would be fighting with your father. Okay, so both these cases are possible. If sun is good, you won't be fighting with your father, but you would be tolerating your father. Okay, so you would be being quiet around him, and whatever he says, you hear him out and okay, sort it out. So that can be one of the issues. But we might also have some remedies of sun. Okay, it is more likely that if you sleep with your father, okay, in the same room where your father is sleeping, you can have less distortions with your father and less clashes with your father. Okay, so you have to sleep in the same room where your father is sleeping. Okay, or the full family should sleep together. That is also an solution. Also, you can try eating together, specifically lunch. If you have lunch together with your father, okay, in one plate, you have to take lunch in one plate with your father. Okay, so you and your father are having lunch in the same plate. Okay, that can also give some good result regarding your 4th house. Okay, it can also help you out. Next is 5th house. 5th house is your children. 5th house is also your skill, it is also your social output. Okay, sorry. Over here, the 5th house is Virgo. Virgo is all about the good aspect of Mercury, calculation, mathematics. It is also the feminine feature. Okay, since it is Kanya Rashi. Okay, so Kanya is all about some kind of hyper impulsivity. Okay, see the third house, Gemini. Gemini Mercury is different from the Virgo Mercury. Virgo Mercury is impulsive Mercury. Gemini Mercury is not impulsive Mercury. Okay, so over here, since Virgo is in the 5th house, so first of all, when you are trying to have children, okay, it is more likely that you would be having a girl child. If your spouse is not having Sun or Jupiter in the 5th house, or any sign with Lord as Sun or Jupiter in the 5th house, and having more stronger Sun and Jupiter than your chart, then you will be definitely having a girl child. For first girl child or second girl child, but you might be having girl child. Plus, your children will be very good at calculations. Okay. Now talking about your social interactions. Okay, so people would be knowing you for what skills you are having. People would be knowing you from your business also. Okay, so if you are doing some bad business, okay, you would create some bad defamation or ill things, bad reputation about yourself, because people would be knowing you more from what you do and not how you are. People would be knowing you more from what you do and not how you are. From what you do and not how you are. Okay, so there are some people who are known from what they are doing in the world rather than who as a person they are. So people would rather see you as what you are doing in life. Okay, so if you are doing some good thing in life, people are going to see you with good vision. They are going to like you. If you are doing something bad in life, people are going to see you with bad vision. Okay, no matter if you are a good person or bad person, the society is always going to see you by what you are doing. Okay, તમે શું કરો છો એનાથી તમે ઓળખાશો, તમે શું છો એનાથી તમે નહીં ઓળખાઓ. Okay, take this one thing, very important thing for Taurus Ascendant. Okay, so even if you are a good person, If you are not doing good things in life, you will be known for doing bad things. If you are a bad person and if you are doing good things in life, okay, then you will be known for doing good things rather than being a bad person. Okay, see, this is very important point. If you want to create a good impression, a good reputation in the world, do good things, perform good things in your career aspect. Do some good thing. Okay, don't do some ill things in your career. First of all, okay. So even if you are a good person and you are doing some fraud business or some business which is not rightful and it is about some bad thing, okay, so you have to take care about it. Okay, you have to take care in what career you pursue, and I would say always choose some reputed career. Okay, don't choose some career which is giving you a lot of money. Choose a career which is giving you reputation. When you choose that career, it is also going to bring you money with good reputation and fame. Okay, again you have to see where the Mercury is placed. If Mercury is placed in the good house, okay, if Mercury is in the good house, you will be actually doing some good work. If Mercury is not in good house, okay, then you might be doing some kind of work which is disrupting your image in the society. Okay, so it is the image of the 11th house. Okay, 5th house is also the image of the 11th house, and it is also the Argala of 9th house. Since it is the Argala of 9th house and it is ruled by Mercury, I would say your children should be very good. Okay, they would be having very good speech and they would be having very good mindset. Okay, so as per a good person, your children might be a good person. Now talking about the 6th house of diseases, obstacles and illnesses. Okay, so over here the 6th house of diseases, obstacles and illnesses, Libra. Okay, see, this is not a very good combination. Okay, why? Because Libra Lord is Venus. Now, if the first Lord and 6th Lord are same, it is more likely that you are having some kind of illness in your body which returns. Okay, which returns, I mean you have some kind of recurring illnesses. Okay, it might be also very small illness. You might, if Venus is placed in a very good sign. Okay, if Venus is Swagrahi in either 1st or 6th house, or Venus is placed in good sign. Okay, then that disease might be some regular disease like cold, cough, a simple migraine headache. Okay, anything like that. But that disease would be something which is recurring in your life. Okay, so you would have some kind of recurring disease which kind become a burden for you. Okay, so any disease which is recurring again and again in your life, because the first house Lord is placed in the 6th house Lord. First house Lord, 6th house Lord are same. Since the first and 6th house Lord is same, it is going to give you some kind of recurring disease, and you don't have to worry about that, because if unless and until Venus is highly placed in a malefic region, that is either in Virgo. If it is in Pisces, you are saved. If it is in Virgo, you are doomed. Okay, but I am talking about Taurus Ascendants only. Okay, so that is one of the cases. Then talking about the type of illness. The type of illness can either be regarding diabetes, sugar. It can also be throat, thyroid. You might be taking some thyroid gland issues. Okay, thyroid medicines you will be having throughout your life. It can also be related to your neck, muscles, spasms. Okay, it can also be related to your nervous system, especially over here in the neck. Okay, so cervical region. It can also be around your gallbladder, liver issues, and kidney issues. So you have to take care about these organs of your body. It might be having some kind of issues. I would suggest that first of all, if you are a Taurus ascendant, always eat Gokru in the morning. Gokru, you know Gokru, there is an Ayurvedic medicine called Gokru. You have to take Gokru in the morning every day if you are a Taurus ascendant. Okay, and after Gokru, you have to also take neem in your diet. Neem, because bitter things, you increase bitter things in your diet, it is less likely that you would have some issues. Okay, so increase bitter things in your diet and take gokro in the morning. Apart from this, you can take at sunrise and sunset you should eat tulsi. Okay, if you don't like to eat tulsi directly, squeeze the tulsi out. After squeezing, add some ginger water inside it. Okay, and eat 1 and 1.5 tablespoon daily. Okay, so this was diseases and the sixth house. Also, sixth house represents your enemies. Okay, so you will be having enemies related to your opposite sex, which means if you are a girl, boys would not give some very good results in your life. If you are a boy, girls might not give you some very good result in your life until and unless Venus is placed in Pisces. Okay, so you have to take care from your opposite sex. You have to take care with what we say, having sex. Okay, you might also be open to sexual diseases. Sexual diseases does not always mean AIDS. Okay, sexual diseases are also because some kind of fungal or infectious bacterial infection related to your genitals, or say gonorrhea or something like that. Minor STDs can also take part after you have sex with someone. And it is also possible that people try to mishandle you. Okay, so you have some issues while having sex. Okay, people are having some very rough kind of fantasies with you. Okay, so this might create a burden. So it is important to see and speculate with which people you are having sex. Otherwise, sex can be a problem for you, because Venus, being the first house lord and being the sixth house lord, is not placed very rightful. It is going to be an issue. Okay, so please do take care about the feature in your life. Okay, don't do random sex, casual sex with people. It can produce some kind of say smaller STDs or something like that. Okay, so that was about sixth house. Now seventh house. Seventh house is all about your spouse. Okay, over here the seventh house lord is Scorpio, that is Mars, which is not very good placement. But if Mars is placed in a rightful manner, if Mars is in retrograde, then it is a very good placement. So if you are born as Taurus Ascendant and Mars is retrograde, then you will be having definitely very good married life. If you are born as a Taurus Ascendant, Mars is not in retrograde and Mars is placed in Kendra, then you will be having some kind of neutralized marriage life, or something good, something bad, both. If you are born in Taurus Ascendant, Mars is not in retrograde and Mars is not in Kendra, your married life would be a problem for you. It is going to be a trouble for you. First of all, there is going to be arguments. So since you are argumentative, or your spouse is argumentative, or both are argumentative. Okay. Secondly, there would be having some clashes related to money. Clashes related to the style of having sex. Okay, so bad pleasure is going to be some kind of issue for you in your marriage. Third point is monetary issues might also be harassing you. And the fifth and last point is speech, miscommunication, bad speech, false speech. Okay, so you would need to communicate very good with your spouse. If you are using bad words, you have to stop using bad words. Okay, see, I won't give this advice to everyone, but over here I am giving this advice that stop trying to be too much frank with your spouse. Okay, because you have to be more of a conserved and a reserved person for your spouse. Okay, now for that you need to inculcate those things inside you. You have to inculcate being conserved, you have to inculcate being reserved. If you don't inculcate being conserved and if you don't inculcate being reserved, you would be having troubles with your spouse. And I would not say that, okay, fake yourself being a conserved and a reserved person. No, faking is never a good option. Whenever you fake it out, okay, after some times you have to leave it off. Okay, so it is very much important that you change yourself in order to increase good married life, in order to increase your competent marriage. Okay, you have to take care about it. You have to You have to see that how should I change myself in order to become a person with good speech, in order to become a person who is having what we say, not just good speech but also some good communication skills. Being frank, although being reserved and conserved. If you are more extravagant, if you are more spendthrift, if you are more social, your social life would be an hindrance for your married life. Okay, so try to be conserved. Okay, don't be so greedy and don't do show off, because Mars also denotes show off. Mars is not just about anger and rage and everything. Mars is also show off. The more you show off, the more your married life is distorted. Okay, so it is more likely that less show off is good for your married life. Okay, so 7th house is all about marriage and spouse. Over here, if Mars is in Kendra or Mars is in what you say Swagrahi, or Mars is placed in, Mars is having aspect on the 7th house or 12th house, then it is more likely that your spouse might have some anger issues. Okay, if it is placed in the 2nd house or 1st house, it is more likely you are having some anger issues with your spouse. Okay, I would not go too much deep into the 7th house, because the 7th house is very relative with the placement of Mars. Since Mars is having two aspects, that is the 4th aspect and the 8th aspect, that is why it is very difficult to speculate your marriage life just by being on the ascendant. We have to see and understand your Mars very well to understand your married life. Okay. Also, you have to see the D9 chart. We have to see from Venus how many steps ahead or behind Mars is placed. If your 7th lord is placed in a good position from Venus, okay, so wherever your Venus is placed from Venus, if the Mars is 3, 5 or 9 position ahead or behind, it is a good position. If it is not 3, 5 or 9 position ahead or behind, then you have to speculate your marriage life. You have to do some remedies according to it. Okay, remedies does not mean all the mantra remedies or astrological remedies. No. I always give some practical remedies which you have to inculcate in yourself, change as a person, and things will be very good. Okay, so that was 7th house. Okay, now talking about the 8th house. 8th house is the house of Yama, the house of death, house of transformation. I won't use the word death. 8th house is all about transformations and change. What kind of changes you need to inculcate? Okay, so over here 8th house lord is Jupiter, because 8th house is Sagittarius. So whenever 8th house is having Sagittarius in it, you have to take care about your carbohydrate intake, fat intake, cholesterol intake. 3 things: cholesterol, fat, carbohydrate. If 8th house lord is Jupiter, if 8th house, there is Jupiter placed in the 8th house, always take care of these 3 things. Okay, and in age after 50 years, you have to also take care about diabetes and sugar. Okay, so always remember, and it is more necessary to change your diet along with time, seasons. So if you are in winter, you have to change and transform your diet into something hot, more black pepper you have to eat, more spicy things you can eat. Okay, less things which are cold you should eat. Okay, and never drink cold water in your life. Never. Always drink water in the room temperature. Never drink cold water in your life. Entire life, being a Taurus ascendant, wherever your Jupiter is, please don't drink cold water. Never drink cold water. Okay. It is going to disrupt your digestive cycle very badly. So never drink cold water. Thirdly, since Jupiter is over here, your body might also be lactose intolerant sometime if your Jupiter is not placed rightly. Okay, if Jupiter is in the 8th house or the 12th house, your body might be lactose intolerant. If it is placed in the 1st house, then also your body might be intolerant of cold milk. So if you drink cold milk, it is going to give you gas problems. Okay, hot milk is okay if your Jupiter is in 1st house. Apart from this, if Jupiter is lightly placed in good signs, okay, it is going to give you less harm. If it is not rightly placed, if it is placed in some malefic stance, okay, then you have to take care about your diet and you have to be diet conscious. Try to eat less food outside. Okay, so you have to remedify your eating habits. Okay, you have to eat in regular time basis. Decide 1 hour of your lunch, 1 hour of your dinner, 1 hour of your breakfast, and every day in the same hour you have to eat. You can't say that okay, one day I take breakfast at 12 p.m., another day I take breakfast at 2 p.m. No, that is not the way. Okay, you are having Jupiter in the 8th house. Very difficult scene for you. In case of digestion, in case of eating, you have to maintain a good schedule, routine, whatever you say in case of food. Okay. So this was about 8th house. 8th house is also, see Jupiter aspect is more important for the 8th house. Not just Jupiter, but the aspect of Jupiter is more important over here. Okay. And also 8th house is about transforming yourself. Okay. So you have to change your habits. Okay. So a specific remedy I would suggest over here is you have to change your ahar and change your activity, exercise. Okay, when you are doing exercise, okay, so in some season try to do exercise in the morning, in some season you have to do exercise at the night, in some season try to do walking, okay, and never sleep after having any kind of food. Okay, there is an Ayurvedic remedy that you have to sleep after on the left side of the body after you have eaten food. But for you, for Taurus Ascendant, I would suggest never ever sleep after having food. Please don't sleep for around 20-30 minutes. After 20-30 minutes, I would suggest 40 minutes. After 40 minutes, sleep. Otherwise, don't sleep after intake of food, especially if you are Taurus Ascendant. Okay. Now, 9th house. 9th house of ethics, values, principles, 9th house of religion, 9th house of dharma. Okay, over here the 9th house is Capricorn, that is Capricorn Saturn. Capricorn Saturn in the 10th house, Capricorn in the 9th house is good placement. Now, few astrologers would say that it is not a good placement because of the dogmatic view about Saturn, which is quite wrong. Saturn in the 9th house is giving very good result. It is going to make you inclined towards all the kinds of it is going to make you an theist. Okay, so you are not an atheist person, you are a theist. You would respect religion first of all. It is a very important thing to respect religion. If you don't follow religion, that is okay, but if you respect religion, you are attracting respect from people. Okay, because in the Kali people are also about their religion, about their faith. Okay, so when you respect the faith of people, okay, so if you are having Capricorn in the 9th house, okay, and your Saturn is placed in a good placement, your Saturn is placed in Kendra, it is placed in Trikona, it is placed in the 9th house itself. Okay, then it is going to give you very good reputation. Okay, you are doing good karmas, good deeds. Next, in the 10th house also Saturn is placed in Swagrahi Rashi, that is Aquarius, but it is not going to give good result. Okay, so make sure, see there is a whole lot of difference between Aquarius Saturn and Capricorn Saturn. But if Saturn is in retrograde in the Aquarius for Taurus Ascendant, then it is going to give you good result. If it is not in retrograde, then no, results are not very good. So 9th house is all about your principles, core values and everything like that. Okay, so your core values and principles are very good. You are an unbiased person if your Jupiter is, if your Saturn is good. Okay, see, if 9th lord is benefic or neutral, you would be having good things about your core values, your ethics, your principles, your deeds, your karma. If it is not placed good, your 9th lord is not placed very good, you would be not be having all the kind of good karmic style. You would not be having you would not be doing good karmas. Okay, so 9th lord is important to see the core values and ethics. If 9th lord is not good, the person is not having good core values, the person is not having some good ethics. Okay, so it is very important to see where the Saturn is. wherever the Saturn is, the person is going to define, the Taurus ascendant is going to define by the core ethics of that house. Okay, so whenever you want to know the ethics of somebody, you have to see where the ninth lord of the person is sitting and whether it is benefic or malefic. Okay, so in case of Taurus ascendant, the ninth lord is Cancer. Capricorn. So Capricorn's lord is Saturn. So you have to see where the Saturn is placed. If Saturn is placed good, the person is having good core values, good ethics. If it is not placed in a good manner, if it is not placed in a good house, in a good Rashi, it is malefic or aspected by bad planets, or I won't say bad, no planet is bad, aspected by opposite planets, okay, which are not very good. The person might be confused in doing deeds. The values might have conflicting values, the person might have conflicting values. Okay, so you have to see where the ninth lord is placed. Plus, since Saturn is the lord of ninth house, you would also be inclined towards religion. Okay, I won't use the word spirituality, I would use the word religion. Okay, because you are a follower. Okay, spiritual people are not a follower. Spiritual people do not follow other people. Spiritual people make their own path. But when you are religious, you are following some leader, you are following some other guru, something like that. Okay, so these people are followers. Okay, so they are very good in the religious belief, but they are very stubborn in whatever they believe. Okay, so there is stubbornness in the following of religion. So they might be overly inclined towards the religion. They might not be respecting other people's religion. If Saturn is not placed rightful, they would just be respecting their own religion. That can be one of the malefic points. Okay, but if say who was the third house? Third house was Mercury. If Mercury is placed rightly, it was Moon. Third house was Cancer. The lord of Cancer is Moon. So if Moon is placed rightful, okay, then even if the Saturn is not placed rightful, you will be having good result on the ninth house, because Moon is watching the ninth house. Moon is the Guru Updesh of ninth house, and also if Moon is placed nice, Saturn, wherever Saturn is placed does not matter. See, this is a very different verdict I am giving over here. For Taurus ascendants, if Moon is placed rightful, no matter where the Saturn is, you will be having good types of ethics and core values. Okay, it might not be what you show to the world. If your Saturn is placed benefic, the world would see your good core values. If it is malefic, the world won't see your good core values. But no matter world would see or not, if Moon is good, you would be having the good core values and ethics. Okay. So this was ninth house. Ninth house is also your somewhere related to your father's work and profession. So your father's work and profession, that he would be working so hard in life. In the primary years of your father's life, he would be struggling till the age of 36. Okay, so your father might be struggling with money and monetary conditions till the age of 34, 36, I guess. Okay, and if you are working, your father will be more happier for you. If you need to work, okay, you need to build some financial career out of your life. Okay, if you want to make your father happy. So this is the ninth house. Talking about the 10th house. Now 10th house is all about dharma. 10th house has the Digbal strength of Sun and Mars, which also represents your society, your dignity and your fame. Okay, so over here the 10th house is Aquarius. Aquarius is loss of everything. Whatever is placed in Aquarius is going to lose. Okay, so Aquarius is not a very good sign. So over here, Aquarius being in the 10th house, you are going to lose your esteem, respect and fame. If your Saturn is not placed in a right manner. If your Saturn is in retrograde, by scale. If your Saturn is not in retrograde, if it is not placed in a benefic condition, there might be some loss of reputation, there might be some loss of self-esteem, there might be some loss of respect, there might be some loss or defamation in your life. Okay, so people would see you in a bad manner. Okay, But these things can be nullified by strengthening the opposite argala, that is the fourth house, but that would again take you away from your extrovert life. Okay. Donating blood can be one of the solutions for this trouble, these issues for Taurus ascendant. If you donate blood, you might have some relief. I won't say you have total relief, but you would have some kind of relief with that kind of defamation issues. But it is more likely that since Aquarius is placed in the 10th house, you have to take care about your fame, about your respect, about how people see you. Okay, if you don't take care, if you are not cautious about it, okay, then you are going to mess it. Okay, so it is more likely take care about your respect. Try to speculate things which you are doing. If you don't do anything haphazardly, don't fall into people or group which are not very nice people. Stay around good people. Stay around people who are good in society. Okay, go and visit some meditative center, ashram, something like that. So it is giving you some healthy, good vibes. Okay, and don't be around negative people. Okay, so 11th house Aquarius is saying that there are many pessimist people around you. So don't let the negativity and pessimism of people to affect you very much. If you are going to allow those people's negativity and pessimism to affect you, the problem is going to be that you might attain or you might not attain that pessimism. That is okay, but the society would always consider you and watch you like, okay, this person is always surrounded by this kind of negative people. Okay, so it is more likely that you take care about your surroundings, your friends. And it is also seen that you might not be having good friend circles, your friends might not be very good. Okay, so try to be less interactive with your friends and more interactive with your family. Okay, basically your 4th house should be strengthened more than your 10th house. You strengthen your 10th house more than your 4th house, it is going to be trouble. Okay, so always be more connected to your family rather than connecting to your friend circle. Your friend circle should not be having all the access towards your inner self. Your family should be having all the access of your inner self. Okay, and if you want to take care about it, obey your father. Your father is a good person in your life who can speculate and differentiate your friends. Okay, so your father can know which friend of you is good and which friend of you is not good if you are a Taurus ascendant. Okay, and just I would say you can go to Lord Shiva's temple on Saturday, which can also nullify this effect. Okay, but using the word nullify, I would not use the word nullify, but it can give you some relief. Okay. Now the 11th house of gain. 11th house is the house of love, that is gain, and over here the 11th house is Pisces. Okay, so first of all, Pisces in the 11th house is very good. So if this person is very good in studies, if the person pursues till bachelor degrees, master degrees, PhD degrees, the more you study, the more gains you are going to get in life. But the one thing which is more necessary is that you have to pursue the path of your study. You have to pursue what you have studied. If you study something else, do something else in life, it is not going to give you good result. So pursue the path where and what you are studying. Okay. So if you have studied say commerce in your life, don't do some other work. Okay, do whatever you have studied. If you have studied science in your life, don't do some commerce kind of work. Do what you have studied. So do whatever work you have studied. Okay, and if your Jupiter is rightfully placed, if your Jupiter is not placed in some malefic stance, if your Jupiter is not placed in some malefic zodiac, okay, then always wear Jupiter. Okay, but if you are wearing Jupiter for health, you would again be needing to wear moon in your neck. Okay, since your Lagna zodiac is Taurus, Venus is giving you health. Okay, now if Venus is giving you health, Jupiter is giving you love, and Mercury is giving you Lakshmi. Okay, so this is how 3 planets are placed. given by Venus. Labh or good things are coming from Jupiter. Now Jupiter and Venus are opposite planets. If you increase Jupiter, you will decrease Venus. So more labh and more benefit you are going to increase, the health would deteriorate. So in order to withstand the health of the body, we would wear the friend of your Lagnesh, that is moon. Okay, so wear a moon in the neck, so it will keep a track of your health. Okay, now health is conserved. Okay, now for gains you have to wear Jupiter. Okay, for gains you have to wear Jupiter. For Lakshmi, for holding the Lakshmi, you have to wear Mercury. Okay, so three things you have to wear: one for health, one for gains, one for Lakshmi. Okay. It is very important to see that in the 11th house. Over here, where to wear Mercury is very again speculation to see because of where the Mercury is placed. Okay, but if your Jupiter and Mercury are together, then you can wear chrysocolla. Okay, that is a stone you can search in Google, chrysocolla. It is also a good stone. If your Moon and Mercury are together, then you can wear selenite in the neck. Okay, Selenite, selenite, not C. C is celestite, S is selenite. Both look like each other, but both are very different. Okay. Then 11th house of gain is also obstructed by the communication house, that is of Moon. So that is why I said if you are wearing Moon, you have to wear Jupiter, so that both are equally placed. But Jupiter you have to wear on the finger. Okay, more likely it is you have to wear Jupiter in the first or the third finger. Okay, so if your Sun is also very good, Sun is in conjunct with Jupiter, you can wear Jupiter in your first house. If your Jupiter is good, Sun is not good, wear Jupiter in the third house. Again, it is a place of speculation. But in order to increase your gains, fortune and luck, you can also donate some kind of literary books. Okay, books which are written, not empty books, empty diaries, written books, theoretical books. Okay, try donating some kind of study related books. Okay, that is also going to increase your luck. Okay, and you can also donate some stationery items. Working in offices and doing clerical jobs in banking sector is also very good for you. Food, FMCG is also a very good sector. And dealing with stationery items, wholesaling and retailing stationery items, any items which are used in colleges, schools, and opening a college and school is also very good for you. Okay, so education sector is always very good for you. Food line is very good for you. Okay, banking is also very good for you. Government jobs are also very good for you. Okay, but in order to attain these things, you have to strengthen your Jupiter. So this was 11th house. Now talking about the 12th house lord being Mars is not very good. Okay. Plus 12th house is Aries. 12th house is Aries and the lord of Aries is Mars. When Mars is lord of 12th house or Mars is placed in 12th house, it is more likely that you are going to be around court, hospitals, spiritual places. Okay. Now, if Mars is not rightfully placed, you will reach to these places in a bad manner. If Mars is rightfully placed, you will reach to these places in a good manner. Okay. So let's say court. If Mars is placed good in your chart, you can be a lawyer and an advocate. But if Mars is not placed good in your chart, you can be a criminal. Okay. See the difference. You have to reach to the court. If your Mars is good, you will reach the court by being an advocate. If your Mars is bad, you will reach the court by being a criminal. Okay. Similarly, it is in the case of hospitals. If your Mars is good, you can be serving in a hospital like a nurse, like a warden, or like a surgeon. If your Mars is not good, you will go to hospital like a patient. Okay. So this is not a very good placement for your Mars. Plus, first house and 7th house Mars rulers is not giving good placement. Second house, 6th house Venus ruler is not giving good placement. So see, there is a trouble with Taurus Ascendants. First of all, they are more prone to diseases. communicable diseases, STDs. Plus, they are more likely to end up in hospitals or in court. Okay. Now, if Mars is placed good, that is okay. If Mars is not placed good, that is not okay. Okay. So 12th house is not very good in terms of Taurus ascendant. So until and unless Mars is placed in a rightful position, that is either it is in the second house or it is in the third house or it is in the ninth house. Okay, yes, either it is in the second, third or ninth house. They are only the good position for your Mars as a Taurus ascendant. In any other position, Mars is not going to give you good result. Something bad is going to come with Mars. If you are Taurus ascendant, if your Mars is in second house, third house or ninth house, you are saved. If your Mars is in any other house, you are going to have some kind of problems in your life. Okay, if it is in the 12th house, you are going to have marriage problems. If it is in the 7th house, you are going to have problems with your health. Okay, if it is in your first house, you are going to have problems with your then you are a very short-lived person. Okay, if Mars is in the 5th house, then you will be having problem conceiving a child or having a child. Plus you would also be doing some bad deeds. For that you might end up in court or something like that if Mars is in 4th house. If Mars is in if Mars is in 10th house, you are not very good with your family. You would be you will be spreading disharmony in your family. Okay, so the only good placement if you are a Taurus ascendant for your Mars is 2nd house, 3rd house, 9th house. Apart from these three placement, in all other placement of your Mars, you would either be giving some kind of good and some kind of bad result. Okay, so always take care about your Mars. Never wear some sandalwood things. Never wear red corals. Never wear anything related to Mars articles if your Mars is not placed in 2nd, 3rd or 9th house, being a Taurus ascendant. No matter what the astrologist is going to tell you, never do this thing. Okay, and always bath with asafoetida, that is hing. पानी में जरा hing नाखी देवानी नावा ना मारे. Okay, plus worshipping Parshuram is very good for you. Okay, so if you are Taurus ascendant, please worship Parshuram. Okay, it is going to give you very good result. Okay, and you should fast on the 3rd tithi. Every 3rd tithi you will do fasting. Okay, so this was Taurus ascendant in detail. And talking about ascendant series, we started from I guess Sagittarius. Okay, so the first video was on Sagittarius, next was on Capricorn, then we came into Aquarius, then we came into Pisces, then we came into Aries, and this is on Taurus. The next video I will be giving up is on Gemini. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me on the Understanding Taurus Ascendant videos. Keep logging to Vedic Vidada. If you are having some astrological problems, get into comment zone or visit www.vedicvidada.com. Thank you for joining me.